Hello everyone, I am currently at Changi Airport Terminal 3 and ready to depart for my flight to Beijing. Yeah, very excited for this trip. So Terminal 3 at this hour in this area it's pretty quiet, nice and calm, unlike the later morning rush. So we are flying Singapore Airlines SQ802 this morning to Beijing capital PEK, and this will actually be my first time flying business class on a full service carrier, so I'm actually very excited about that. So yeah, we are flying business class on Singapore Airlines, which I'm told is excellent. And I mean, I of course immensely grateful to my grandparents who are taking me on this trip. They are wonderful people, and I consider myself immensely lucky to have them as my grandparents. So yeah, thank you Gong Gong and thank you Popo, and this video series is dedicated to y'all. Thank you so much. Oh well, so right now we are experiencing some difficulties with checking in the wheelchair. So I just noticed some weird stuff happening. I'm pretty sure Philippine Airlines doesn't operate flights to Frankfurt, at least not passenger flights. Or, I mean, I don't think Air Canada operates passenger flights to Hong Kong and ANA not to Brisbane, but maybe these are like, I don't know, they are showing cargo flights here maybe. But I don't know why they do that here, because normally a lot of cargo flights have 4-digit flight numbers. Yeah, it's been like 10-ish minutes and they still haven't checked in the wheelchair. I'm hoping that by the time I get, so right now there's quite a fuss about the wheelchair battery. I didn't know about this, and my grandparents booked this trip. They also didn't know that they needed to provide the details and have the battery checked. And I mean, there wasn't all this fuss when they went on their own trip to Xiamen, and they also brought the wheelchair and the batteries with them. I mean, as I said, I'm immensely grateful to be able to take this trip to Beijing, but as purely objective feedback, I think Singapore Airlines should definitely look into improving the checking in of wheelchairs and personal mobility devices and other stuff with batteries. Yeah, because some of that stuff is essential for travelers with disabilities, and it's quite a hassle to check it in at the moment, and it's not a good start to anyone's trip. So apparently the old documents don't conform to the new regulations or some other stuff like that. And just like that, we are through. The immigration process was incredibly fast and smooth. Now the check-in process for Singapore citizens, I think it's completely automated now. I mean, I was in and out of the checkpoint in what, 30, less than a minute. It's almost like entering the train station, just that it's 2 gates, but still it's incredibly efficient for. There's a nice selection of food here, and yeah, there's a very decent selection of food, and quite impressively all the food is cooked to order, so yeah, that's very impressive. Heard good things about this lounge. So I'm having a decaf cappuccino, and also here an eggs benedict. Dig. So the eggs benedict was great. The ham was very flavorful, but I decided to get some seafood porridge considering that the serving wasn't that big, and anyway, why not? So yeah, the food at the DBS lounge was very nice. A very nice, comfortable lounge. Unfortunately, it's quite late. And so no time for plane spotting as I hoped. Alright, we are now in the jet bridge. We are now boarding our flight. This is don't know what's the registration, 9VSWK, I think. It's 777-300ER. I've flown the 777 before in economy class. Can't wait to see what the business class product is like. So wow, I'm very impressed with this SQ business class product. Must say the seat is very impressive. But the width of the seat is incredible, and the legroom is also insane. Considering that I'm a child, the legroom is especially large. So under here there's a bunch of storage space and a bunch of stuff here, like directions on how to connect to in-flight Wi-Fi, which I'll be trying out to show you how fast it is, and a safety card. So it's barely been like 5 minutes on board, and we've been served orange juice, welcome drinks. Very impressive. So here we've got like some pillows and a blanket. I'm not sure I'll be using them, so I'll try them out anyway. And here we've got a little reading lamp, which is adjustable in case I want to do some reading or writing. And here we've got a bunch of charging ports and more storage. And over here, we've got some headphones and a bottle of water. Over here, we've got a tray table very cool how it comes up and down. And under the seat there, you've got even more storage. And over here, more storage. And let me show you something really cool. Yeah, so when you press this button, the IFE screen pops out. And in here we've got a little mirror, quite cool. And also here you've got a little clothes hanger. Oh yeah, of course, the 777-300 extended range comes with a remote for the IFE, which is something that the A350 doesn't have, with it being a newer model. There's also a partition here, pretty cool. I'm actually very impressed with this business class seat. So unfortunately, I don't have a window seat, but I mean, I'm in business class, I can't really complain. So here we've got quite a nice selection of things to do on the IFE screen, but which is nice considering I won't really be able to look out of the window. And we've got a very wide selection of so here, well, I ordered a beef burger before the flight, and oh, we've got amenity kit, slippers, socks. Oh, and we've got a menu here. Wow, looks very impressive. And of course, since I'm a child, I can't take any of this, and I don't really have any desire to, but wow, I must say the wine, the spirits list, it's even for non-alcoholic drinks, it's very impressive. Nice. Also, there's coffee, I think, a large selection of coffee and tea. Wow. So I just noticed another really cool feature here. So there's lights for various pitches and intensities. This is for bed mode, and probably this will be for like lighting up your tray table for like when you're writing or reading on it. So these headphones are apparently noise cancelling. Time to try them out. So here we have a bunch of buttons to control the seat, and the height, and also adjusting the seat pitch. Yeah, that's pretty cool. Just located out of Lavatory airport. So the blanket is very comfortable. I might take a nap or do a bit of writing because there's nothing to see. So the business class seats in the 777 are arranged in a 1-to-1 configuration. In sleep mode, it is slightly herringbone, and to the back there, I think there's probably economy. To the front, after that galley, I think it's first class. So it's currently 9:27. We took off about 40 minutes ago, and the cabin crew have come around with a meal. First, the starter is yogurt with bread, jam, beverages, and fruit. Well, the presentation is beautiful. Here, Singapore Airlines has outdone itself, but well, this is business class. My first time flying business, so of course I'm impressed by everything. Yeah, the food looks wonderful, so let's dig in. The food plate was wonderful. The foods were very fresh, and the tea was also quite good. Could have been a bit stronger though, but that's just my opinion. Anyway, this here is a beef burger. Looks very impressive. The bun is to the side, which is interesting. Overall, a very nice presentation and hopefully a very nice feel. I don't know what kind of mushrooms these are, but they look like they are sauteed to perfection. Very excited to try this, and now I guess it's time to dig in. This is amazing. The beef is very flavorful, and even though it's minced into a burger patty, the cheese is also quite flavorful, and overall it's a very nice burger. The mushrooms are also, as I said, sauteed to perfection. Very flavorful, very rich flavor. I like it a lot. Alright, after a great lunch, it's time for a quick loo review because I don't want to hold up other passengers. So here we've got a toilet desk. Obviously this is a toilet, the sink, and lights along the mirror, and a little second mirror. And towels, and we've also got tissue dispensers and a bunch of soaps and stuff, and paper cups. Honestly, I find the difference of color and the presence of these lights and the mirror to make it just more aesthetically pleasing to the economy class lavatory and our own. And also we've got this baby changing tray over here. Yeah, and now time to end this review because I actually need to use the toilet. So yeah, overall quite a nice view. I mean, it's business class, so yeah, very impressed. So time to check out the flight map, and yes, I am listening to ABBA in the Big 25. So it can be accessed via the remote touchpad and controlled via the remote control. So looks like we are nearly over Da Nang. Check out my travel review playlist for Da Nang and Hoi An. We went there earlier this year for Ajahn Brahm's meditation retreat. So this is the seat in bed mode. Either it's so right now we are starting our descent into Beijing, and as you can see, the crew have allowed me to swap to a vacant window seat. Massive shout out to them. Thank you, y'all are awesome. Alright, I guess it's time to drop the window shades. That was SQ802 Singapore to Beijing capital. Would I recommend SQ business class? Definitely. The flight itself, it was lovely. The crew were very attentive throughout the flight, and they were very helpful. They allowed me to swap seats to film the landing and look out the window. And yeah, the seat is very comfortable. And there's a very wide selection of IFE. Also, there's the food there on board is excellent. So I probably would recommend Singapore Airlines business class. Lastly, I would like to give a big thank you to my grandparents who brought me on this trip, the flight crew on SQ802, and to you, my viewers. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video, and see you in my next video. Bye.